What's up guys, welcome to my channel. We got a 2017 Honda Pilot. We're gonna replace these rear brake pads. So what we're gonna do is simply take off this 12mm and the 12mm, the caliper will come out, we'll compress it. Customer went and got us some brake pads, so this is all that's in the package. A lot of garbage, no hardware. So if you guys want to get some pieces, try to get some good, go to your local parts store, ask them, and here's the part number on this particular brakes. But anyways, this is what we got on this baby, and there's no hardware whatsoever. So we're gonna reuse the same old hardware. I'll show you guys how to replace the brake pads on this Honda Pilot. This is a 2017, and we're gonna do this together. Let's get this job going. So what we're gonna do is 12mm wrench or ratchet with a socket. That's what you're gonna need. 12mm is the size. And we're gonna remove both of these bolts, and they should come off. Very simple. Put them to the side. After that, we're gonna grab this caliper and we're gonna just pull out this caliper. So the procedure is the same on the opposite side. What we're gonna do is we're gonna remove these brake pads, and we're gonna save this hardware because it does not come with a new one. And what we're gonna do here is pull out this, take off this little guy because the brakes didn't come with it. So that's that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna clean these up a bit. You're gonna need a wire brush. So if you have a wire brush, okay. So if you had new ones, I would have had to put grease below underneath this onto the bracket here, and then put the hardware in, make sure it doesn't touch, scrape against your rotor here, and then I would have put grease one more time on top of this hardware, so the brake pads are good to go. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna throw some cleaner. So get yourself some parts cleaner, brake cleaner, that's what we're using. Just get all this out of there and spray some on the water. And after that, we're gonna get our brake pads. Let's take a look at the older brake pads. You see this brake wear indicator sensor right here? This was on inside in the bottom, okay? And since we got our brake pads here, it does not come with the hardware. It's supposed to have clips here that clips on. So what you want to do is the pad you're gonna put in the back end, you want to put a clip right there, the hardware, and this brake pad simply will go in just like that. You see how easy it is for me to get that brake pad in? You should be able to get that brake pad in just by a tip of a finger. If you gotta force it, no good, then you need to file a bit here. Watch my other videos, it will show you complete detail video on that. But now we're gonna compress our we're gonna get some greasing. So I got me some grease here. So this is the grease we're gonna use. And what I like to do here is I like to put this grease on the brake pad where it slips back and forth onto this hardware. That way it's nice and free. A lot of people will say this catches dust. It does, it is true, but you need some greasing there, okay? And brake pad goes back on. Let's see if I can manage to get this baby on. There you go. Put a little bit of greasing on the outer edge of both the brake pads, just like so. After that, we're gonna compress the piston on the caliper. So it's time for us to compress the caliper piston here. So this is a soft wire brush. You can use a cloth, but let's try to get rid of all this dust as much as we can. Okay, soft wire brush, soft plastic brush would be really good. Okay, so if you're using a C-clamp, you want to put all the brake pad over here and compress it. But since we're using a handheld compress tool right here for this Honda Pilot, this simply just fits right there. It's like round, so it fits perfect there, just like that. Take a look at this, and your caliper should go in nice and smooth. I'm compressing this without any force with one hand, and this baby simply goes right in. And that's how simple and easy it is to to compress this guy on this Honda Pilot. Okay, if you see any brake fluid here, that means your caliper is leaking. No good. You need to replace that caliper. Bada bing, bada boom. So we're ready to put this back on, so let's go back on. Okay, one thing you need to check is if you pull out these, they should have a good amount of grease on it. If they look good, that's fine. Make sure if you need to put some grease, put some silicone grease, and make sure the boot goes back on. Other than that, it's gonna have water leak inside, so this boot needs to go back on, and it's kind of tough. But same thing, check on this one as well. They should move freely like that. But anyways, do not forget the retainer, and this is going to be the little difficult part, so you have to hold the brake pads. With the greasing, it's going to be a little complicated. That's fine. I'm going to show you a small little trick. The same way I do it, you're going to do it. So these babies go in. Okay, see how they push everything out? That's what they're supposed to do. That's the whole point of it. But you're going to get this caliper to go on right from the bottom here, and then you're going to slip it up, and then it lines everything. After that, you're going to take your two bolts, 12 millimeters. So make sure this thing is just sitting right there. It can't be sitting on the edge of this. Same thing here. And catch the threads. And the procedure is the same thing on the opposite side, so you might have to move around to catch the threads. And once you get this baby in, all you want to do is either torque it or tighten it. So in this case, we're going to simply just tighten this baby up. So again, this is a 2017 Honda Pilot. 18, 15, 16, 17, 18, they're all same procedure. And I do have videos on them how to replace the brake pads and motors on these trucks. Anyways, thank you for watching my video. Make sure you do the opposite side, and make sure you do pump the caliper once you're done. Before you start the engine, make sure the wheel's on and nice and tight. Make sure your line is nice and straight, it's not curled out, twisted up. That's it. Double check your work, make sure both brake pads are in there. Thank you for watching.